Hey guys, what's happening? This is KMC and this is how to build the Flanders house. So I'm going to jump straight in at the back, going around the right hand side. We're going to leave 3 blocks and then build off of that with a row of 4 glass panes, and we're going to do that for 2 rows. Do another row of 4 on top of those 4. We're going to place our 4 blocks and we're going to also do that for 2 rows. And then we're going to place our 4 glass panes as we did before. And then coming across, we're going to place another 4. And then our glass panes afterwards. Also doing them for two rows, and we will do the same for our last window. Now guys, I will move it one over, so it'll take one off the end and put one on the end, making that row actually 6. So pretty much keeping it in keeping with the bottom row of glass blocks. Now I find that last window really hard to put in because of the gaps in between, but obviously they're out of place a little because there is no windows on the bottom in the middle of the center one. But that is literally where I'm going to do it, and filling up onto our last line, the same as the rest of the house. We're just going to take it all the way across, keeping it all level. So now guys, we're going to move on to our purple block, purple wall. Okay, I'm going to put in my window sills first, sorry. Rushing the gun a little. So we're going to jump onto our purple blocks of wall, and we're going to lay that across all of the outside on both the front and the back. Now we're going to step up one row, do the same again, just one single block. And obviously doing these 2 lines on the other side as well. Now for our next row of purple, we're actually going to do a double line, and we'll do that all the way up until we hit our center block. So now every time we lay a layer, it will be 2 layers, so for every row it will be a row of 2. And we'll be doing that on both sides until we reach a middle where we can just put a singular block. Now guys, I'm a little confused over the inside. I'm not too sure exactly how to put it out. So basically I will do a video of how I design my inside. But guys, I can't say it's accurate like I can for most of my other builds, because I don't have full knowledge. I've looked everywhere for plans, I've looked everywhere for any detailed images, and all I could find is the usual couple of episodes where they just show a couple of different rooms but don't actually show where they are, how they get there. So a little bit stuck on that. I know the lounges are on the left hand side, I know there's a sitting room on the right hand side, following through to the dining room and a kitchen, but apart from that the knowledge is rough, so we're either going to have to make do. I'm still looking at the moment, but I'm slowly giving in that search. So I think we're just going to have to make do with how I come up with things. Obviously we'll have Ned's bedroom, Rod and Todd's bedroom, but really it's... I can't say that's how it looks because I don't really know for the inside. So it's a shame, but the build is complete on the outside and I'm pretty damn happy with it. I know it looks pretty much but it's as good as I wanted it to be. So for me it's the best way it could be. Colours and that, you know, obviously I know a lot of people don't choose the white stained clay, but for me it was more of a peachy colour. It goes orangey with lights inside. So for me I'm quite happy. I think this turned out a great house, to be honest. Now guys, we are stuck with a decision for the brown house. I mean, it also depends on how many pictures I can get of a view all the way around it. We have the old style brown house and we have the new style brown house. The new style is quite a modern build, will be a bit more of a challenge, but like I say, if we can't get enough pictures of it, we're going to be in the same boat. Obviously the inside is a guessing game, no one's been inside, which is a good and a bad thing. Means you can design it as you want, but obviously it's going to have to fit to the outside. The old one is quite basic, quite nice and easy, so you can get it done and then move on. So it's down to pictures and obviously what you guys prefer, to be honest. I'm thinking the new one will be a nicer build, because even if you're not greatly into The Simpsons and want to build some of the houses elsewhere, I think it'll make a great building for anywhere. But the old one, like I say, I would say it was probably a lot easier to put together. Not so much fiddling around and having to play around to get it right. So guys, it is up to you. If I don't hear anything, I will just carry on looking online. Like I say, it is all down to pictures and plans of what I can find. And there you go guys, all the double layers are finished, finishing right up into the middle where we have one single block. And the reason I done that was to keep the roof as low as the Simpsons house, because obviously I used slabs over there and I felt the Flanders house was a little bit smaller than Simpsons, so I have tried to account for that a little bit, apart from where the door is, but I wanted the door to look the way it does, purely so you could recognise it was Flanders' house. So guys, I hope you are happy with the show. Like I say, the inside is a little bit of a work in progress, because without plans or complete accuracy, it is a guessing game. It will still look nice, but I don't know, I'm not too sure what to do. I mean, the closest pictures I can get is the Lego set, and that's not accurate anyway. So, I don't know, we'll see what we can do. So there we go guys, we've now caught up to where I originally made the map for the map that I was building for. So we're going to chuck in the chimney now, and I'm just going to count them middle 5 of the roof, and then build out 1 and do a row of 5. And then building in 1. I'm going to do this up 5 levels. I was going to go for a 6, but to be honest, I didn't like the look on it, so I kept it to the 5th. So I use stairs on the outside and then fill in and come back around the hole that's left, and then I'll use stairs on the next one to step it up in an extra level, and then build in around that one too. So I'm going to build up another layer, and then I'm going to start building around it. So from the lowest point of the roof, it was 4 layers up, and then a 5th layer rounding it off to make it actually have the chimney itself on top. Now running across, I'm just going to put a quick little aerial in. Some of you might have seen my aerial work. It's not brilliant, not too bad, but the Flanders is a lot smaller, thankfully. And I've just literally just put a couple of iron fences together, iron bars, sorry, and I'm just going to chuck them in, nothing too fancy. And there you have it, that is my makeshift aerial for now. And I'm just going to go ahead and chuck in the front boxes, which is good because they hide a little bit of birch wood on the front. Signs all the way around just to create like a box feeling without taking up too much room. And that is how we're going to do our planters. I was wondering whether to put ferns in actual plant pots inside, but I just don't think it would have worked too well. And I've used jungle leaves here. Obviously it's down to preference, but they just looked a bit more of a healthier bush to put in. Now guys, I'm not really feeling up to the task of sculpting trees to go right up beside of the Flanders house and the one at the back. So all I've done is I'm going to plant a couple of ferns where there should be massive trees, but I can't be bothered for now to actually do them massive trees. They just so time consuming. So at the back door I'm just going to use some purple carpet, and I'm just going to come out 3 levels, frame to frame, and I think that looks pretty good. So we're now going to just chuck in a fence the same colour as the fence you would have used for the Simpsons, and basically just in front of the garage we're going to drag it across to meet the actual Flanders house. Now I put slab across the top because I just feel that it looks like a little bit higher, but not too high to sort of obscure your view when you're actually standing next to it. So it looks more like a fence. That is the best you can really do. I didn't really want to use the Minecraft fence because it looks so tacky. So I'm just going to drag this out, and I'm going to try and keep it a little bit closer to the house on the other side, because when you look at it on the actual picture of Simpsons, the tree takes up all the space. So for now I'm just going to build it out, probably come out 4, maybe 3 blocks from the house, and then drag it back down towards the road. So I've used the iron bars just to go across the front because he has like a little, I don't know if it's like what you would call a veg patch sort of runner. So the iron bars actually do quite a good job of doing that. And then I'm just going to chuck in a post box, second block from the path I've put in on the drive. And I'm just going to use a purple block just because it looks more Flanders. And this time I was playing about, I was just going to put signs all the way around. And then I was looking at the front and thought, you know what, a trapdoor does look a bit better. So, I'm actually really happy with how this house turned out. It's because it's the same with all builds. You start building them and you think, oh, is this going to turn out the way I want it to? And yep, it turned out pretty well. I think I'm probably happier with this house than the Simpsons house, which is kind of strange because it is the Simpsons. So now I'm going to go over to some stone brick slabs. Now guys, I'm going to dig out, and I'm just going to do patches of 4. I probably will move it again after playing around with it, so don't worry if you see in a future video that they have moved. I'm just a little bit particular, and you'll see by this now that I just can't help but mess around with things. So I don't know, I'm a lost cause when it comes to playing around too much, I think. Sorry guys, I'm just, I can't help it. I just think, no, that doesn't look right, and then I start playing around. Before you know it, the house is half moved. I don't mean to do it, so sorry to you guys that are watching. I just I'm quite particular where I put my and because now I'm on the actual map that I'll be keeping as Springfield, I'm just a little bit more particular with it. So there you are guys, that is our main shell. I'm not going to play around with it anymore. I probably will do behind the scenes. But you can see there, I think that looks pretty damn good. Colour's good. House looks spot on. Thanks for watching guys.